record button in case either one of us says something brilliant. I don't want to miss any any of it at all. And so, but I'm here, so I'm just going to go ahead and just do like a 3, 2, 1, and this will be the first edit point of the video. So, hello and welcome to Hot Pink Radio. I am your host, Cherie Stern. Thank you for joining me today. And today I have with me a very special guest from Black Rose Coaching, and her name is Leticia. Before I get started, I just want to remind you a few of our sponsors today. Of course, our main sponsor is going to be our friends at First United Bank. Of course, they are joining with Honey Child Ministries to get you free checking. And that with that free checking, you get $50. Okay. And how you claim that $50, you sign up for e-statements, set up direct deposit, and make 10 transactions with your new debit card. So it's really, really easy for you to get started and get your finances together. They will help you with a personal account or a business account. And also, please let's not forget that Praise in the Park is coming up on October the 10th. And of course, we will be out there at Opportunity Park. The guest speaker is going to be Deshambra McQueen with the McQueen Feeding Foundation. We are so happy that she's agreed to do that for us. So let's get into this show. So I found this lady, Leticia. I believe it was in a podcasting group. Is that right, Leticia?
Yes.
Okay. And just we were looking for guests. We were looking to be guests, and that's kind of how we, get this whole thing going. And so, Leticia, I do already have up on my display here your website. You have a very good website. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you introduce yourself because I want you to do way more talking than I do. And go ahead and tell us about your business and what you have to offer the people out here. Go ahead.
I am grateful for this opportunity to be on your platform. First of all, say thank you. I am a business mindset coach who is dedicated to helping Black women in particular get her mind right so
Okay.
that she can see the success and fulfillment that she desires in her business. My focus is coaching. My coaching is focused on helping women build a solid foundation to a service-based business so they can leave that soul-sucking career behind.
Oh my God, you said that. And the thing about it is, Leticia, you said it right, to get your mind right. Because you know what? I'm an entrepreneur. I also have a 9 to 5 job, but the main thing is getting your mind right. And I definitely want you to go into that. I also have a video, but please go ahead.
So, I mean, I'm sure most people have heard that business is 20% strategy and 80% mindset. And I have found by working with the amazing women that I've worked with, what is actually keeping people back is not the strategy. It is definitely the mindset. So, my role as a coach is to really help my clients step into full self awareness so that they are able to shift their perspective and really step into a success mindset so that they can see the success that they desire in their lives. And by doing this, we are addressing procrastination, we are addressing, hesitation to change. We are even going as far as uncovering money stories, because all of this is what encompasses success in our business. If we have a money mindset that isn't aligned with success, we struggle to charge the right price. We
Mhm.
struggle to
Oh my
mentally,
God.
we struggle to accept that we deserve that. A lot of us are in um in careers where we feel undervalued, but when we shift into entrepreneurship, we are undervaluing ourselves because we struggle with our relationship with money. So that is important. I want to see Black women start taking their power back and start standing up and being self-sufficient so that they can change the narratives for generations to come. We
All
have
right.
been in positions where we have, been pushed to the side, and I am tired of that narrative.
I bet. You know what? So let me just stop here because you just said something. You said struggling to charge the right price for your services, things like that. I'm just going to go ahead and give into this moment as a moment of repentance and transparency, just for myself and for my former business partner, because I one of the rifts that happened with our business relationship was that I struggled to charge. I am, with me being, I say a giver, or I struggle with finances, and that could be because of a poor relationship with money as well. So
Mhm.
that's why you're here. But like I said, I do want to take that moment because that was where we parted ways as business partners, which can happen, that because I could not and even would not take the steps to put it out there, and as far as putting a price tag on what we were offering, and we have and had $1 million product, and I knew that. But with it being, I guess, in the beginning stages, that's why we need a business coach, because it's in those beginning stages. I mean, what we have the statistics, when do most businesses fail, you know so definitely want to get into that. So forgive my interruption again, but I needed to say that. Okay.
No worries. But no, it's very important to address that because there are two sides to it. There is the money relationship and then there's the desirability. And
Right.
I often see, my clients come to me and they're like, I have this road, they're not paying me enough. I'm tired of being undervalued. But then they step into their business with this narrative that they have to charge lower because they're new in the industry, or for people to take them serious. And what I see oftentimes, people are compromising on the price because they're desperate to get clients, right? And when we are operating from lack, that's what it's called, operating from lack, where we are focused on what we do not have, that keeps us back, that keeps us stuck. So it's about stepping into abundance, being appreciative of what we have now, and knowing that our circumstances will change, not can change, will change. And then we are taking aligned action to ensure that that happens and trusting the process.
Well, I love that. I'm glad that you helped you that statement between what I last said and what and now has helped to vindicate me, because actually I just did a video. It was a tribute to my grandmother, but I was talking with a friend and telling her that, that very same thing. I can't worry about what I don't have. I just have to work with what I do have and trust God for the increase. So I'm getting there. And so I'm glad that, through divine intervention, here you are to help me and some of my friends out so that we can move forward, with our great business plans. I sure do
Absolutely.
appreciate that. Now, of course, we notice a accent. So, where are you based out of? And I mean, are these? Is your business mainly online? Through interactions like this?
I am solely online. I'm originally from Bermuda, but I live in England. But most of my clients are in the States, if I'm
Hmm.
honest. And
Okay.
but I enjoy being solely online because it's given me an opportunity to work with so many different women. I've worked with women in Australia, South Africa,
Mhm.
Nepal, even I've had clients in Iran. So it's been amazing, having the opportunity to be online and serve everyone.
Awesome. So, as I'm looking at your website, when I went there, I just kind of want. I think you went through all of these, but just kind of go through each one of those and give maybe just a little bit about how. I mean, is knowing what's next, is that like the first step?
Yes, a lot of my clients come to me because they really do not know what's next. They are spending time piecing together pieces of strategy that they are finding online. And the problem with that is that free information is only a piece of the full
Right.
strategy. So if you are piecing pieces of strategy together, there is going to be a big gap. People
Okay.
get very overwhelmed, especially a lot of my clients are high achievers, right? So they are very driven, type A personalities, and it becomes overwhelming stepping into this new space, really realizing that you know nothing. And that
Right.
scares
That
people,
part.
that stalls people, right? So then the other thing that is huge is a fear of failing. And one of the things that I work on with my clients is embracing failure. Failure is part and parcel to success. And the quicker we can embrace failing, the quicker
Mhm.
that we can succeed. I think there needs to be a mindset shift with failing. At some point in time after toddlerhood, we seem to be scared to fail. But
Mhm.
failing is when we are operating at our best because we have an opportunity to learn and grow. And if we are operating from that space that, if I take this action and it does not produce the results that I need, I'm not at a loss because I have an opportunity to edify myself in the process, and that is so important. Lack of confidence is really based on the lack of action taken. Our confidence is a direct result of our ability to trust that we can achieve a certain goal. And the
Okay.
only way that we can build that trust is by taking action and proving to ourselves that we can move forward. Lack of support is a huge one for Black women. A
Mhm.
lot of us do not have people in our circles that are on the entrepreneurial journey. So
Right.
we are frightened to move forward because where's our support? Where's our cheerleaders? A lot of people look at entrepreneurship from the outside and have a quick judgment. But
Yeah.
until you're walking this journey, until you're on this path, you truly don't know what it really means.
Yeah.
Stepping into entrepreneurship is about stripping yourself back. You
Hmm.
know, I tell people do not start a business unless you are ready to work on yourself because in on this journey, this is when you are at your your most vulnerable. You realize
Yeah.
all the mistakes that you're making, and a lot of times we align that with our value, right? When we are stepping into entrepreneurship, we need to be supported along the way so that we don't end up like 63% of new businesses
Right.
failing.
Hmm.
So I provide that to my clients, and procrastination is huge. Procrastination is actually, a fear of failing in
Hmm.
disguise. When we are procrastinating, we are actually stopping ourselves from experiencing a painful narrative that we have assigned with aligned with the results that we are looking for. We either move towards pleasure or away from pain. So when we find ourselves procrastinating, we need to sit down and really get honest about what we think our actions will result as. I am working with a woman right now who has been writing a book for 16 years,
Oh wow.
and
Goodness.
she struggles to sit down and write for an hour. So we uncovered that the reason why she's procrastinating so heavily is because she believes that no one will ever read her book.
Oh
Our
wow.
subconscious is so powerful. It is designed to keep us safe. And one of the things that it's designed to do is stop us from feeling rejection, experiencing rejection. So in her case, she is assigning something painful, which is stopping her from having the pleasure that she desires. So these are all of the things that I work on with my clients because it's so important to get unstuck and be able to move forward.
Wow. I'm telling you, I mean, this is definitely something that I feel, is needed, especially, I can only say for myself being a Black woman, um, and trying to turn my life purpose into my purpose in life, and and vice versa, and moving that thing that was a hobby, or a moment of inspiration, and turning it into a profitable, you know, business with a plan. And it definitely starts with your mindset. As a minister, I know that. And so this is where the rubber meets the road, in that taking your program, okay, and incorporating it into the process. Because for something like this, my suggestion from where I am now would be that you would start with this instead of, having been 2 or 3 years into trying to start your business. And then, but I mean, is there ever a good time?
It's always in the beginning. A lot of people tell themselves, I will invest in my business when I start making money. And that is so backwards. Investing in your business allows you to hit the ground running immediately. It helps you uncover the things that are going to keep you stuck. It gives you a solid blueprint to move forward. And I think I get it, because I said the same thing when I started. I started my business while I was on maternity leave. So there was not a lot of money coming in. And I had to come to terms with, well, if I want to make money, I got to start
Okay.
doing what is effective now. Because what happens is people say, okay, as soon as I start making money in my business, I will start investing in my business. And then they never make money. So they never move forward, or they don't make enough money for themselves. So they're essentially stuck. So I get it, but that narrative it is very backwards. Invest now and use the return on investment to multiply the profits that you're looking for.
Mhm. So I want to now just kind of take a look at this video that I found on your site. With and it was one of the shortest ones, and but this lady was telling about her experience, and so we're going to take about 12 minutes of I want to play the whole video, but I'm going to use that as part of our presentation here, because I think that kind of speaks for itself, especially since it's a live testimonial. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, here with me. Olivia, can you introduce yourself, please?
Hi, yeah, I'm Olivia Charles, and I am in the process of starting up my own business. Do you want me to tell you a bit about my business? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Introduce your business to us.
So my business is really a talent management organisation that's focused on ensuring the progression of Black and ethnic minorities in the workplace, but also in education. So that's what my business is about, really. It's my focus.
That's amazing. And just give our viewers an idea of why you reached out to me, and how did you know that I was a good coach for you?
Well, ironically, because I've spent 25 years now in talent management, and working on the progression of other people, but I wasn't seeing any progression myself in the work environment. And when I saw your post, on Facebook, it just really resonated with me, in the sense that it said, are you, a female who wants to ditch the 9 to 5, feeling, trapped in your job, etc. So yeah, I felt all those things. And when I read your post, it was just like, this post is speaking to me, this person's speaking to me. So I just couldn't let it kind of let it pass me by, really. So it just really called out to me, should I say.
That's good. That's good. So what were you looking for?
So I have to, interrupt. This is my first point of interruption. Ditching the 9 to 5. When can you do that? Because, most of the time when we're working on our dream, we have to have some type of support. And with one of those factors, the things that, those barriers being the lack of support, most of the times we fund our, ventures and, and our dreams with our 9 to 5. So at what point do we, I know you got to have some profit going in, but working a 9 to 5 and trying to build a full blown business at the same time is, that's like working like a Hebrew slave. It's hard.
It is hard. I suggest to my clients that they have a really solid foundation in their business. They are they've turned a corner with understanding their ideal client and have established themselves as an authority in their industry before they leave their 9 to 5. But for everyone, it's different. Some people get to a point where their mental health is just at risk and they cannot wait anymore. I give my clients ways to plan their exit. So we look at budgeting. What is it? What is that number that you need in your bank account for you to feel comfortable? And then also encouraging them to take bold action, really stepping outside of their norms so that they are putting themselves out there and building a powerful brand that will allow them to have consistent profitability.
Okay. Well, thank you. We're going to go back to the video now.
Okay. As a result of this coaching relationship, and is it something that you've achieved?
I was looking to start my own business, basically, very much ditch the 9 to 5. I've been told by friends over the years that, you know, you really need to start your own business. You need to start your own business. And obviously, I hadn't. So when I started this program, I have achieved so much by way of all the stages that I need to undertake to start my business. And yes, I would very much say that I see myself as being a business owner, even though I haven't launched my business. And that's due to the fact that I've learned so much on the program and it's informed me of all the things that I need to do. So I'm going away and doing those things. So I'm still in the progress. But yeah, I would say that I have most definitely, without a doubt, achieved what I wanted to achieve on this program and what it said it would, you know, do for me and more.
That's good. So you said and more. What else have you achieved that you probably didn't expect to while working with me?
I didn't expect to. If I had to describe this program, it's just like manifestation in action, because I did not expect to achieve all the things that I achieved on the program. So, for example, by my 3rd week in, I'd already developed a business website, and it was just like, oh my gosh. And that's when, you know, it really became real to me that I am a business owner. And in terms of the program, when I say and more, it's the challenge. It's all the things around looking at yourself, understanding when you're operating, you know, from a place of fear, but also how to overcome those fears. So I very much recognize when I'm procrastinating, when I'm giving, you know, myself excuses, that it's all, you know, it all comes from fear. So I've learned on this program to reflect and acknowledge those fears, but also to know what I need to do to move myself forward. And sometimes, I mean, as you know, Leticia, it takes a long time, doesn't it?
Yep.
It takes a long time, because I had quite a few fears around social media and, you know, all the kind of digital platforms. But this program really gave me all of the tools that I needed to be able to go away and just move forward. So if anything, if there are areas that I haven't moved forward on or taken a bit longer to move forward on, it's all because of my fears. And I have to face those. So
absolutely. Yeah. So what would you say has been your biggest takeaways from working through the Dream Biz Builder?
I think it's the work that's been done on mindset and coming out of the mindset of being an employee and now being, you know, a business owner. But I think the half of this is really around your ability to deal with your own issues. And it was almost like a combination of coaching and counselling almost. Well, it wasn't, it was, that's what it was. And I never expected that. I never expected to be challenged, but just in terms of working with you and your whole approach, I never felt judged. I never felt, you know, intimidated. I never felt that there was a week that I didn't want to show up because Leticia's gonna say something to me, you know, and that I don't want to face up to. And I think you're just extremely skilled at just bringing that out of well, me personally. So yeah, and you the other thing with you is that you're very softly spoken, and it's almost like, you know how your mum would tell you off when you're growing up, but it was like you were being told off, but you didn't know you were being told off. So it was just like, you know, yeah, you know, cut the bullshit. It was just so I knew when I came into your sessions that when you had the cut the bullshit face on, I'm listening to you, Olivia, but and I know that you're lying to yourself, so just get on with it. And it was really good at making me just say stop the nonsense, Olivia, just get on with it. So thank you.
You're welcome. And that's good feedback. Sometimes as a coach, we have to tell you what you don't want to hear. And that's all in an effort to get you to see what is really holding you back. Because sometimes you have narratives that are comfortable narratives and they're not really getting to the root of the situation. And I'm going to give an example. For instance, when we first talked about networking, and you told me that you didn't want to start networking because you wanted to have everything in place. You don't want to waste people's time. You want to be ready.
Okay, so let's stop there. Let's talk about this, because that's the thing about it. About not creating from a place of fear. So this sounds like even getting a person who's an introvert, and I believe that, with all the research I've done on introverts, I'm one. And then, I mean, it's almost like reinventing yourself, because when you're a person that really does not go out around a lot of people, and then now you have to, I wouldn't say develop your personality, but it is a place of personality development so that you can make those crucial connections in networking and pulling a person, out of their comfort zone and things like that. So is that also, a big part of this program?
Absolutely. I'm an introvert myself. I have a huge personality. I'm not shy, but I do like to be on my own. So networking for me was even an issue. But it's about identifying where you want to be. One of the things that I work on with my clients is getting really clear about where you want to be in 5 years. And once you've established that, you have to then consider in 5 years, who are you going to be if you have that success that you desire? And what does that look like? And once you determine that, you start showing up as that woman today. Don't wait 5 years when you have the success that you want. You start showing up as that successful woman. And that changes things for people when you can really, truly embrace that. If I start showing up as the woman I want to be in 5 years, my actions will be different. My actions will be intentional. My actions will be effective. And that's what I work on with my clients. It's about getting out of our heads. And one of the things that I said to Olivia, and I think she might mention this in the case study, was, most of us are starting these businesses to make an impact. Most of us are starting these businesses to help others. You getting all up in your head and telling yourself that you can't network, you can't do this, you shouldn't do this, and you feel uncomfortable about this. It's selfish. And it's selfish because you are keeping your God-given talents away from the people that they were given to you to help.
Wow. That I didn't expect that. I did not expect that, but it definitely resonates, especially for a person like me, who my goal and dream and purpose is to reach the people, even while I've done it, successfully on a scale, as far as ministry, but it was in the church. God moved on my heart to move outside of the church without walls. Now it's the world, the nations, which is what I asked for. But I got to be able to receive to the nation, form the nations. And,
it's a saying, sorry to cut you off, but there's a saying that says, fake it till you make it. Right. And initially I used to be like, I hate that saying because it's, why are we faking it? Why can't we show up authentically? But when we consider what I just said about showing up as your future self, that's what we mean by faking it. Fake it.
Okay.
Show up as that successful woman. Show up as that woman who is meeting women, serving worldwide, serving the nations, as you say. What does that woman look like? And how can you make changes today so that you are more aligned with that woman who you want to be?
Okay. That woman. Okay, that woman. All right. I'm going to go ahead and play a little bit more of this because I'm definitely interested in what else she has to say.
Okay. When we really dug into that, right, it was really a fear for you. So we had to work around that, right? So yes, definitely having to tell you what you didn't want to hear so that you can move forward.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone asked you about this program, what would be your feedback to someone else?
I would say that I think my biggest feedback is that this is the best thing that I've ever done in the whole of my life. And I think the other thing is just depending on what sort of person you are, just put your ego aside. These are things that you need to hear, and everything that you do on this program is, it's just life-changing in the sense that if you don't want to be stuck in the same cycle of going from one employer to another, and you've really got a set of talents, this program makes you believe. It brings out your ability to believe in yourself, and I suppose some of the underlying thoughts that you've had that you haven't been confident about, it kind of it builds that confidence. But at the start you'll have no business, and by the end of it you'll have a business without fail, and the only person that can make that fail is you, really. But there are all the tools in this program to enable you to start your business and change your mindset. So that's what I would say. And Leticia is a genius. I'm sorry. I think, sorry to go off on a tangent, but just in sessions, I know that we've had sessions where I've just looked at you in awe and just thought, this woman's a real genius. And the fact is that you're so humble about it, and that's another beautiful element of having worked with you, just your humility and your humbleness, but your impactfulness, really, in a very subtle way. So yeah, I would say, watch out for Leticia.
I laugh, but I'm very grateful for these words. I really appreciate working with you. And one of the things that is big for me being in this position is knowing that what I do with you is much bigger than just our relationship. The things that you are doing with your business, really giving disadvantaged youth an opportunity to move and progress forward where they really believe that there isn't any movement for them, there isn't any pathways for them, that in itself should be celebrated. You are going to make a huge impact in England, and hopefully a wider than that. You know what I mean? I love what you're doing. I love your passion behind it. You have a story which is embedded in the reason why you are doing what you're doing. So I celebrate you for all of the work that you've put in, the passion that you have, because you will make a huge impact. And that allows me to make a bigger impact by having the relationship that you and I had. So well done for everything that you've done for yourself. Thank you for choosing me to help you, bring this idea to reality. And, kudos to the work that you've done for yourself, because I know some weeks you used to get on and say, don't even look at me right now.
I know. Well, I tell you, one of the turning points for me was when I had the conversation with you. I had a conversation with you around not having done something. I think it was around the networking and reaching out to my audience. And I remember you saying, Olivia, if you don't do this, if you don't reach out, you're being selfish. Your business is not about you, it's about your customer. And at that point, I thought, just imagine all the people that I, could potentially support and help, that I won't be helping if I just sit here. And it is a form of selfishness. So, I think that was a real turning point for me when you said those words. So yeah, brilliant.
That's good. Well, thank you for sharing with us your experience. And I have really, truly enjoyed working with you. And I wish you all the best in the future. And I'm going to be
Yeah.
stalking you on social media, Olivia. And you know
Yeah.
why.
Yes, I know, and I've been at it this week, the whole of this week, and I'm not the most techie person, so it's just working my way through some of the practicalities and the more technical bits of it. But yeah, I'm truly a dinosaur, I think. But I just want to say, don't say enjoy, just say I enjoy working with you, because
I enjoy
you haven't got
working
rid
with
of me yet.
you. I'm not getting rid of her yet, you guys. And not that I want to, you know what I mean? Like I really enjoyed this relationship and watching you work through the mess so that you can get on the other side.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. It's been a real pleasure. Aww.
All right. Wow. That's very inspirational, to see, really kind of see things in action, because I guess this is one of those things that you don't take lightly, but it is an investment in self. It's an investment in developing you into the business owner that you want to be. I mean, when you come across women like her, the lady in the video, and like myself, that are really, already high functioning individuals. I'll give myself that. I'm a hard worker. I'm high functioning, and I have, a certain amount of faith, confidence, and self esteem. That you would need to even venture into trying to start a business. So, as far as this mindset, do you ever find it difficult to get a person, a woman like myself, to change their mindset? Or do you have a plan for all that? You must.
I do address the hesitation to change. The paradigm of change is difficult.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to shift and move. We are subconsciously wired to stay within our comfort zone.
Right.
So I know each time that I deal with someone, there is going to be some element of resistance.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my role, to break down the walls and get my clients to see how they are holding themselves back by the narratives that they're holding. And once you see it, you are in a position to make a change. Self-awareness is really key to be successful with any coaching relationship, being able to see how your actions are impacting the bigger picture, and then being willing to change your perspective so you can take action from another perspective that will serve you.
So this sounds, I mean, you've used the word relationship has come up a lot. Okay. So I gathered that this is something ongoing. This is not like your 6 weeks to, success type of thing. This is, am I to assume this is an ongoing thing? And are there any time limits?
I have several different programs. So most of my programs have time limits.
Okay.
Around a 3-month period. And most of my clients have chosen to stay on with me in another aspect. So one of the things that is important when building a successful business is truly understanding your ideal client and your ideal client's journey. And if you can build your business around the key steps in their journey, then you maintain loyalty and you have consistency with clients. So that is what I do. Most of the women, they come to me from either two places. They have an idea about their business and they don't know how to move forward, or they have started a business and they've stalled and they need some help jump starting, things moving forward. But once they finish working with me, I also offer accountability programs. I have courses that are available. I am going to be opening up a membership. So I have structured my business in a way that allows my clients to get what they need from me at every major key point. So
Right.
yes, like Olivia said, she wants to continue to work with me, and she has done so by taking up the accountability so that
Mhm.
she still has the support that she needs as she moves forward.
Right. And so we're looking at the website here. I just wanted to take a quick look around the website because you know what? That's one of the things that I've had to learn in my business here is how to use this, all of this wonderful technology. So hopefully you're seeing what I'm seeing because I am sharing my screen with,
Yes, I can
which
see
is,
it here.
it's got your different offerings, your power session coaching session. You have the monthly accountability. Can you tell me a little bit about the monthly accountability?
Yeah, so my accountability program is about helping you identify your monthly goals. And
Mhm.
with all of my programs, we do reverse engineering. You tell me where you want to be in X amount of time, and we break that down into daily steps, what you need to do every day to get you closer and closer to your goal. My accountability program has touch points 3 times a week where we start off with a 60-minute goal setting session where we break down your goals and give you an action plan for the month. I then keep in touch with my clients throughout the week to make sure that they are staying on task with what it is that they have to do. And then we have weekly strategy sessions to really go over what was their biggest hurdles throughout the week and brainstorm how they can do better moving forward. So at the end of the month, my role as a coach is to ensure that you do what you promised yourself,
Hmm.
and you
Okay.
see the success that you desire.
Awesome. Oh my goodness. And then you have the Dream Biz Builder. Now,
Yes.
this is the one designed to help professional women like you, okay, find the clarity and confidence needed to build your dream business. So, can you give us a little bit of a breakdown as far as that Dream Builder package?
Sure. So the Dream Biz Builder is my signature one-to-one package. We start by taking your business idea and really getting clarity around what it is that you're looking to offer and who you are looking to serve. Once we understand that, we start identifying your ideal client. You start doing market research so that you are prepared to start creating products and services for your ideal client that they will buy without hesitation. Once we have done that, it's about planning. We spend a lot of time planning, as I said to you before. We're planning what it looks, what your exit strategy looks like. We are
Mhm.
planning where you're going to be in the next 5 years with your business. I believe that we need to start with a big picture so that we are ensuring that all the actions that we are taking are aligned with that big picture. And then we are really addressing your mindset. So, as I said before, your hesitation to change, your procrastination, your limited beliefs and imposter syndrome, all of that encompasses being fully aligned with success. And I just want to say, I actually launched a group program yesterday. You can see the Dream Big Builder Collective down the bottom. I haven't updated this page. I'll do that later.
Mhm.
But my Dream Builder Collective is a group
Okay.
program offering women support so that they are able to really move forward in their service-based business. So my one-to-one is more geared towards women who haven't started their business, and
Okay.
my group programs are geared towards those who have started their business. They're not quite meeting their monthly goals, and they want to really get, clear on what they need to do next so they see success.
Wow. I absolutely love your website.
Thank you.
And so, do you help with things like the building a person's website, or is that something that they would go more on the technical end?
I provide my clients with the information that they need to build a converting website. So we talk about the copy that needs to be there, the information that you need to be providing so that people come to your website and stay for a little while. And you're clicking on that. Your website is not important. That is an important blog that I wrote. I'm not saying that people should not have a
Right.
website, but what happens is we start our business, we want to have this amazing website for people to go to, but we haven't built the foundation. We do
Mm-hmm.
not know who we're talking to. We do not know the problems that they're looking to buy solutions for, and we do not have services that are tailored to that issue. So
Mm-hmm.
people come to our website and click right off of it because we are unable to demonstrate that we are the perfect solution for their most pressing problem. So what I take my clients through is getting the information that they need. So when they build their website, they
Mm-hmm.
are building a website that turns clicks into conversions rather than people just hopping on and hopping off because they are not speaking directly to them.
Awesome. Oh my goodness. Wow. Letitia, I'm telling you, this is a wealth of information that entrepreneurs, and I say women entrepreneurs, but I think anyone who is trying to build a business, could use some, definitely use some coaching. I love this that I found on your Instagram. Embrace the parts of you that make others uncomfortable because, in their essence, they make you exactly who you need to be to change the world.
Yes.
Okay. And then even this, I don't know if this is your motto or your mission statement or what the case may be, building dream businesses that feed the soul. To me, that's that. Sometimes we get into business, and we don't know even or have a reason, other than we want to make money, this, that, or the other. But I mean, can you speak on that just as we, start to wrap things up here?
I think when we build our businesses solely focused on money, we get distracted and easily frustrated. When we are building our business to, first of all, make an impact and also to find fulfillment, that is when our breakthrough comes. When we are doing what we are meant to do, the money will come, but it's about showing up and being ourselves. And I just want to speak to the part of embrace the parts of you that make other people uncomfortable. My whole life, I have been told I am too much. I have too
Yeah.
much attitude. I'm too smart for my own good. I move my neck too much. I'm too loud. But all of those elements that have made people uncomfortable about me for years are the elements that I am using to be impactful for my clients, my ideal clients, my dream clients, my tribe. And my ability to embrace that is what has allowed me to see success in my business.
Well, that's awesome. You know what? That's the best last statement I have done since I've been doing this. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go. But I really do appreciate you, Letitia. I know we're about a 6-hour time difference. I appreciate your insight and your knowledge, and you have my full support. And I hope to become one of your clients because you really have been inspirational. So thank you for joining us on Hot Pink Radio. Thank you all for watching. And if you've been encouraged or if you found something about this message that you can use for yourself, be sure to share it with somebody else. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.